Do you have spurge spreading like wildfire on your lawn? Today, I'm gonna show you how to kill it. What's up guys, I'm Rhett. Welcome back to Lawn Insider. It's August 18th, we've got triple digit heat. My wife is actually getting some ice cream from the ice cream truck for the kiddos, and the yard is starting to show some drought stress because we've had the triple digit temperatures and we haven't had rain now in a couple of weeks. And like I mentioned in the intro, we do have some spurge that is starting to rear its ugly head as well. But I did want to show y'all just a few spots here where that drought stress is showing. Most of the spurge that I have is on this side of the lawn, what I call the side yard if you watch my videos, and really right where this shadow starts. So I'll see if the camera can get adjusted. And you can see it all along through this area, and it probably goes about as far back as the air conditioning right there. And the tough part about spurge in a real mowed lawn, or any lawn really, is that it grows so close to the ground and it actually adjusts really well to your mowing height. So if you mow really low, the spurge just grows really low. So I haven't been able to get rid of it just by mowing it out, which usually real mowing, you're able to choke out a lot of weeds just because how thick the grass gets. So I'm actually having to go to plan B now, which is to pull out the chemicals. And today we're gonna use Celsius herbicide to try to knock these weeds out. I've actually already measured out the product, but this is the bottle for the Celsius herbicide that I was referring to. And we actually have to use the heavy rate, which is 3.2 grams per 1,000 square feet of lawn, which I take usually as about a gallon. So I put 1.6 grams of this product, and I'm just gonna make a half gallon of solution. I've already got the half gallon of water in here as well. And then this is just some surfactant. I'm gonna put a dash of that in there just so it will stick better to the plant. And here is the measured out product, and you can see it is not much. So a little bit definitely goes a long way. You for sure, if you have a yard as small as mine, don't need a bottle that big. I've actually had that for a few years, and by the time it loses its efficacy, I probably won't even be halfway done with the bottle, to be honest. But they do sell those in smaller little packets now, so you can look online, and I'll leave a link in the description box below. And if you're interested in this product, you can click on that and see what different size options they have available to you. I consider Celsius to be my primary weed killer. It's gonna knock out about 90% of the things that'll pop up in your lawn. It specializes in broadleaf weeds, and I actually do have a few weeds back here on my fence line as well. And you can see that they're just all up against the fence here. And the Celsius should do a good job killing those too. So now let's go show you how to mix it. Since I've already measured out a half gallon of water here, I'm just going to go ahead and dump the product that I've already measured out as well. This is 1.6 grams of the product in with the water. And then I'm just gonna put a splash of this surfactant. If you don't know, surfactant is essentially like soap. So it's similar to your dish soap. You'll sometimes see that added in homemade weed killers. You'll sometimes see baby shampoo. They are all just forms of surfactant. And then I'm going to mix it with this paint mixer attachment I have on my drill here. And after it's all mixed up, we just want to put our sprayer back together. Make sure we're not cross-threading the top here. I think we're good. And then turn it on. And now we're ready to spray the weeds. Now that we've got the solution all mixed up and we're ready to spray, if you do have multiple spray tips, you want to use the one that is for foliar applications, because we do want the finer mist, because we want it to be able to stick better to the leaf blade of the plant. In this case, we're talking about the spurge. And just so you know, Celsius does not have temperature restrictions, which makes it perfect to use in this hot Texas climate. I just wanted to jump in and say that I'm actually setting a bad example for y'all right here. Make sure that anytime you spray one of the sides, that's going to be herbicides, insecticides, or fungicides, that you are wearing the proper PPE. That's going to include eye protection, gloves, longer sleeves, longer pants, and it's a good idea to put on some boots. When you are actually applying the weed killer to the weed itself, you don't have to douse it with the herbicide. A quick passover will work. And since we have that surfactant, you can see a clear difference in the area that has been sprayed and the area that has not been sprayed. If you don't trust yourself and you think you'll just go over the same spot over and over and over again, you can add a blue dye product. That way you'll know for sure which areas you've already hit in the lawn. But right now I'm just gonna walk through this little side yard area, and I'm just gonna hit all the areas that I see that have a little bit of spurge. The product has been applied. Now we're going to use some movie magic, jump ahead a few days, and I'll show you the results. All right, y'all, it's been 6 days since we applied that Celsius to the lawn, and the heat has not let up. We did get a tiny bit of rain yesterday, probably less than a 1/16 of an inch. It looked promising, but then it pretty much dried up before it got to us. But I wanted to show y'all the results, and to be honest with you, it's hard to even find any spurge. I think a lot of it has just kind of withered away. And I'm looking over here, let's see. This is the area where the spurge was. Here's a tiny little piece. You can see that it's dried up, and just touching it actually pulled it out of the ground. Here's a little piece as well. This is probably maybe a piece that I failed to spray. Not sure, but for the most part, all of the spurge that I sprayed has just withered away, and I never came out here and pulled it or anything. This is just, I mowed once after spraying because I am under regulation right now. I have PGR, so I'm not having to mow very often, especially with the lack of rain and the heat we've been getting. And that was a pretty deadly combination for this spurge, as you're seeing right here. So overall, the Celsius definitely did its job. Here's a little bit as well, so you can see a few remnants. But overall, Celsius definitely knocked that spurge out, and it was really, really effective. One thing that I wasn't able to get on film, a day or two after I made that application, I did have some yellowing in the areas where I actually sprayed, but it was just on the very tips of the blades of grass, and after I mowed, that pretty much went away. And right now there's really no evidence that I had any weed problem, and there's really no evidence that I sprayed about a week ago either. There's a little bit of areas that I can see with the naked eye, and you might be able to see on film, but overall it pretty much recovered completely. And again, that's one of the really good things about Celsius, is that it doesn't have those temperature restrictions that you see on a lot of other herbicide products. All right, y'all, I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up right here. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. If you did, please leave it a like. If you're enjoying the content and you wanna continue to see more of it, hit the black subscribe button below the video. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave those in the comment section below. I'll see y'all again soon. Lawn Insider, out.